Hello, good people. How are you guys doing? Well, we had a definite. I think it's a bag of mixed feelings, right? We have now a ceasefire that should go into effect. In the RGC obviously already broke it. They killed four of us in Beersheba, so people are still in the rubble. It's a mess. So that's very worrying. But the fact that there's a ceasefire announced by Trump, I think help the markets rally over here. But anyway, I did get some good trades in. I'm going to show you. I did catch kind of this bottom here, as you can see. And I was selling over here because I got actually a good account certified. So as you can see, this is the balance. And I did get some good trades on, let me show you today, last week. No, today. Yeah, so I did get some good trades on FXS and AXS instead. So you can see here, as I was telling you guys, I was a bit flip flopping a bit on different positions, but let's do an analysis first, right? Because we're summing up on the next 15 minutes of the market, and I want to show you guys what I'm thinking for the week. So we're now Tuesday, and we have a Monday's range, right? And that can be a very powerful play. Now, of course, we've seen Bitcoin try to break this 98K and didn't quite successfully do it. Now, on the let's zoom out a bit because we I don't think we're still out of the wood yet. I'll tell you why. This is this is definitely trying to break out of this range, but it's not there yet, right? So let's put a bigger there's a bigger kind of bigger range over here trying to play out. This is kind of clear support resistance that hasn't been flipped yet, the 106 and 8. So until we're in this range, we're not yet shifted market structure, although this ideally wants to do it, right? Because this had higher low, this was a lower low, and this is still technically a lower high. So we're still in the chop, technically. But what you see, the lines here are now Monday's range. So now let's turn on the sessions, and we're going to adapt them so that you can see yesterday's session, which was Monday. There's a known play called Monday's range, which says, hey, maybe during the week, there's a high probability that we're going to retest either the high of Monday's range and go up, or even the low of Monday range. So that gives us for a potential short opportunity. But nothing set in stone, guys. Remember, we we we're generally chopping like this, but once we're trending, it trends super fast. So do we want to really look for shorts here? I don't know. It's look at this thrust, right? But we are facing some kind of resistance over here, which we're gonna paint now. Right. So we have a zone of resistance and we have a 15-minute order, right? So what I'm not sure to do is, do we want to go long right over here? It looks like we might be getting like the tippy top, right? So let's delete all our drawings here. See where we're at over here. So we have the first 15-minute orb and we're closing below it. That means, hey, we probably gonna head down for a bit. Yeah, so we close below it, and technically we do have a trade to the downside, but it is a bit funky to try to short this market, right? Now, total three. is starting to creep up. We can see this, but it's running into resistance as well. So this is kind of a resistance area still. Definitely a big push up. So something we want to keep an eye on. If this breaks the 130, that would mean it's going to make a higher now, probably a higher high here. Will this be enough? I'm not sure, guys. You can see here that the ETH BTC chart is now running against this support. So, although I'm not that keen to short because of the thrust we're doing here, this looks like we are in some kind of a tight range that we might come back and retest. Right? This is for ETH BTC. And this might be also, a fake out, and whenever it's done doing going down, it just makes another base, and it keeps going, and it does that. Bitcoin likes to do that. So here's one side of the orb, low, the high. Let's put it exactly over here. First 30 minutes, and now we are having a candle down. So the question is, are we going to be brave enough to look for shorts? And the answer is, I don't know. Let's look at things. Let's look at things. Maybe, maybe. So we had a good trade here, guys. We had a good trade with FXS and with A16Z. Those were the ones that push our account past the evaluated phase, and now we have an evaluated account. Now the mistake I made yesterday was growing overconfident after a full day of trading, getting the account certified. At night, I was saying, okay, let's keep going. And that's when I started saying, okay, the move is done. And I did the stupid thing of shorting kind of on the mid range. So I was getting into some shorts around here. I was flip flopping, and that's why we're down for the day. So now, where do we stand here, guys? Are we going to correct or not? Well, let's see. Move had a humongous move to the upside, right? It did like 40 something percent. And I tried to short here, but as you can see, it very quickly stopped me out because it was still trying to go up. And now the question is, should we now try to short it again? And what I'll do, guys, for this, because I do see that we are bound to correct at least a bit from yesterday's move. What I'll do right now is I'll attempt a small short here with a very tight stop loss over here. All right. So this is going to be our first trade. Stop loss over 641, more or less. And yeah, let's see where this takes us. Yeah. Okay. So my gut feeling is that we're gonna have trouble. It's not gonna be as simple as it sounds to just keep going up after this monster move, right? This was like a 40% move or something. So I'm thinking move correct. Let's see. That would be my first hype. I would not short it because it can find a bottom like really fast. Atom. See, things are like starting to correct now. Maybe trying to find a double top here. So I am going short here on this range, guys. Just looking to retrace a bit. So this is a short term short. I'm not looking here to bank like to go find new lows from here. Although it was a very contentious area, this 105. Remember, we were struggling with it around here and around here. You see? So it is significant resistance, but obviously because of this huge thrust, and now that things are like more risk on, this can just keep going up, guys. So remember that, right? So we're looking at dominance creeping up. We like that if we're attempting shorts. Total three as well. And ETH BTC, it's also undecided, but looking like it looking unsure. Let's see. We probably can get a better entry on any alt we on a short. Other ones that like virtuals ran a huge bunch. So because it's breaking through resistance, I wouldn't like want to short that. I'd like to go attempt to go more for the ones that are more iffy, like Atom. Atom hasn't been a great performer yet. Can things change? Of course, things can change, and we see that. It's now ramming its head against a huge resistance here, which serve as support for a long time, right? This $4 range. So this $4 range, as you can see, serves as support. Almost broke it, and then again back again, support. Now it's broken again. So now the question is, will it now hold as new support again, or will it now act as resistance over here? And if we are going to correct at least part of the move, that's going to be, I guess, our other short. Now, where are we entering? We want to try to get this kind of retest here for a breakdown over here. So let's see. Yeah. So you see if BTC is trying to make a bit of a comeback, which means that we are not expecting to short right here. We might get a better entry for a short over here. And then where is our idea wrong? Remember, guys, this is how we want to approach this. We want to manage our positions according to the idea. Where is the idea wrong? Let's say above 470.79. So above this recent high. That's gonna give us good risk reward ratio if we can get it around here. So yeah, this is a good risk reward ratio, right? Be, um, it's still between my risk tolerance. So let's see if we can get it here and enter short over here. Mhm. I'm not sure that we can enter that low though. Okay. You see the I'm gonna clear it out, guys, so it's a bit clear now. Okay. So we're entering here short, and we are trying to we are attempting to get it right around here, right? For a potential quick comeback to here, maybe retesting this breakdown line and then heading back. So this is kind of the short. You got a short and move, and then we're gonna just maybe enter here with a lower position. No, let's see where we're at. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so let's enter here, guys, and I'm gonna just reduce my position to make it sound and not exceed my risk tolerated risk too much. So again, guys, what's the play here? The play is trying to act this. The theory is this will act as resistance again, and we're going to retrace somewhere around here. So this is a very tight short. Is it smart to make a short? Well, clearly there's a big chance that this just finds a new higher low and makes a new high. Maybe, maybe not. Even though I would argue, let's look at the order block, right? If we wanted to buy this, if we wanted to buy this, we would be looking at not this. We would be looking at this order block, right? And maybe even this fair value gap. So even this move, we can take it as TP1, right? Even a plunge to here, we can take it as TP1. So let's see how it goes. I think the move short is playing out, starting to. Again, guys, look at this humongous move. This is just up only. So even if this already broke its downtrend and saying, okay, I'm gonna go up only from here, we don't want to buy it up here, right? We would like to buy it at a retest of maybe this or this break of break of resistance. And so this move right here would be huge, right? So even this like fair value gap over here, a move to here, that would be already very profitable. So that's the theory, guys. We're not going short because we're bearish. We're going short because we just wouldn't buy up here, and we're thinking now super short term, so day trading right now. And the theory is maybe a throwback to better ranges. Let's look at ETH BTC. Okay, ETH BTC is still undecided. If we break down from this, I'll be more confident in my my decision. Over here, we see that if we quickly overcome this 130 on the total three, I'll be keen to like short like to maybe cut my losses or move my stops. And then the Nasdaq's still not inside the box, which gives us a positive outlook in terms of the potential heading down to maybe retest the New York high even. So over here we got the New York high. So we want to see if this plays out, right? We remember we have this Monday range type of play here. Will it play out? I don't know, guys. Look at the powerful buy orders around here. So nothing's guaranteed, but this is an attempt, right? This is a punt. Short term, we'll see. We'll see. We're still above there. The theory is that if we can make a double top here, we'll get ourselves a nice throwback through to anywhere anywhere between this range and this range, which would be already entering the New York the Monday's range would be positive because even if you buy, right? Let me clear out this chart for you guys. Even if you buy, where is the hourly order block? That's around here, right? I marked it out. This was the last candle, down candle, that created the move that broke market structure over here. So even a throwback to this fair value gap over here at 102, that's a 3,000 move down, right? And I'm not saying that it can just go keep going up. Bitcoin tends to do that, when things get going, it can consolidate here in a very tight range of 1,000, like for the rest of the day. It can just be hanging out here, letting alts catch up, and then gets another leg. It does that. Bitcoin does that. We've seen it. But the theory is that if we would want to buy today, would you buy it around here after a nonstop $6,000 move? 6% move, or will you try to catch it around here for the next leg up? So that's what we're playing right now. We're playing just a, 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 a correction trade until this level. So we're building on a couple of thousand drops in Bitcoin for a potential higher low, which will then be cutting our shorts. Okay, so these are the position guys. We want to see ETH BTC break down here to go test, to go maybe find a high low here, but still, we're starting to see some green on this, but nothing to say, okay, the move's on its way. Until we really cross this with confidence, I don't think we are going to see any significant moves. But did move a lot. Move did move, guys. This was a wow. Look at yesterday. I think it kind of broke its curve. I'm asking some friends if this move thing is making a comeback, or this is just a dead cat bounce from a very huge long downtrend. Look at this, like on the daily. There's nothing. This chart is dead, dead, pure death and destruction. But now we're kind of making a comeback. But still, up until here, this is still could be a dead cat bounce, right? So we're here. I'm saying after you do a move like this, right? Even from here, not even from the lows, but even from here onto this was a 45% move. Can we keep going up? We might, but it's already down 45% in a day. We might also correct and find the lower low, and that's what I'm playing right now. Because even if it would keep going up, would you buy it? Would you buy it right here after a 45 move on the day? And guys, when I entered crypto, I was doing that. I was FOMOing into this 50% daily candles up, thinking that, wow, this is going to go parabolic now, and just eating a 30%, 40% loss, and don't even, not understanding what hit me. Also, whenever there's, even when there's alt season, the money rotates, guys. Goes from one alt to the other. There's a lot of capital going in, and then another takes a rest, and another pops, and the one that takes a rest is going to now consolidate, and that consolidation after a 45% move can look like a 20% drop, and then continue. So this is what we're betting on. Although this is a very powerful range, can it be faking? Can it also like fake us out, up and down, up and down, up and down until it decides? Yeah, this is like mid range, so it can still be doing like, like doing like and finding new support around this area. So nothing is set in stone. We're going to try to play it safe here, and we're gonna see if Bitcoin keeps, now finds a bottom over here, and that's gonna be complicated for shorts, and we're gonna keep a strong eye out for them. So the Nasdaq's playing the order perfectly, guys. That's why, you know, this strategy works much better in the Nasdaq, and we're trying to extrapolate it to crypto. So we need our caveats over here, of course. Mhm. So this is trying to recoup. We'll see. How's Adam doing? Atom's also undecided here, but you see that it's breaking down here. So we also might head down to this. Like, where would you buy Atom after going for 3.5 to 4? Would you buy it out up here? No, maybe you'd wait for it to retest this as new support, especially given the fact that this $4 is contentious, right? Like it hasn't yet been reclaimed as support. So we shall see. We're up now a bit, and obviously we're gonna trail our stop losses down, guys. We don't want to see them just spike back up and convert this into a losing trade. So right now we want to see us break down. If we do, we'll have a chance to decrease our risk over here. All right. Is it time though? No. Let's give it a candle close over here. Okay. So Bitcoin's doing the job. It's trying to. Now this is a critical level. Are we going to now use 104 480 as support, or are we going to just break straight through it? I don't know. I don't know. Nasdaq's still breaking down. This is good. Respecting this initial range to the downside. Bitcoin dominance should be creeping up. We're seeing it here. Sessions are not important for this chart. Yeah. So the good thing, the good news here, guys, is you see that now Bitcoin dominance is inside this yellow range. That is very good for alts. So if we wanted to see an alt season or any shape of it, we must assert this as a swing failure pattern. So if you see this, I'm gonna clone it. Essentially, you want to see this work as a double top on Bitcoin dominance. If not, if this is a true breakout of this range, what you'll see is a very gloomy June, July, up all the way over here, where Bitcoin again takes a show, probably correcting on all the way to towards 93, and odds are nowhere to be seen. But if this is back in range and now this breaks down, we are expected to see a run on alts. This is a bit more short term. This is a bit more long term. Okay, where do we stand on total market cap? Okay, so this is critical, guys. We have to see ETH BTC correct back down, or we might just see a more strength in alts. Okay, we're gonna give it 4 minutes and start adjusting our stops. I think this is looking good for now, but remember the move we just had. So keep that on the back of your mind so that we're not just full bear yet. Hmm. Yeah. What I like here is like this is has a good potential to be form some kind of local double top. You see here and here. This is a stairways up, like saying, okay, we're again going up, but now we're working towards correcting this. The confident move comes if we manage to break $200 down in a very short period of time. Remember, shorts act faster than longs, unless we're in a humongous bull trend. Okay, let's see. Yeah, good. So we're breaking down an atom, breaking down on move. Looks like we are off to a good start. We're gonna start moving our stop loss over here, guys. We want to keep it tight because we don't want to risk more capital than we need, and we're gonna trail this so that we don't get caught in a sudden upwards move. You see, so this now becomes, so once this broke, this becomes now our contentious area, and we can definitely adapt our stop over here. Okay, so looks like it's working, guys. Not seeing a victory yet until we see Bitcoin cross this decisively. If it starts building a base again or starts like bouncing up aggressively, I'll decide. I'll look at the shorts again, and I will not let them get away tremendously. Like this was just a fake move to the downside, like it sometimes happens. If we see like a huge John Wick candle on the Nasdaq here, and saying, "Okay, I'm done going down for the day," then uh, I might change my mind, right? Because this was a support that's being broken. This can now be turned into support. And even though we made a huge move in the Nasdaq, there's a chance that we're going now parabolic, right? Because look, we're almost at all-time highs. For the Nasdaq's been trading very nicely. So we're almost at all-time highs. If we break all-time highs, we can expect a parabolic move for sure, and this to be a swift V recovery. And the stock market's known to do that kind of stuff, so wouldn't count it out. But still, we're below this, so maybe we're off for a slight correction until that happens. Especially given the fact that we are at all-time highs, so are we expected to break it like just straight away like butter? I don't know. Anything can happen. We'll see. Okay, it's not moving around much here. Mhm. So I'll still give it some room, guys. It was breaking down. It's trying to find support. Still, uh, I am gonna give this a bit of breathing room because I do think like even if we're going up from here, I would not like ride straight by it here because we just made some massive moves and yeah, I don't think it's just gonna be straight up from here. Now, what I'd like to see is this forming a new support over here or over here. But right now, I want to see this break this support, saying, okay, the guys, if this is not like a fundamental shift in move and saying, okay, the community's back and let's now work together to make this project great again, what most likely happened is that there was very oversold. A few smart traders saw this coming and just pumped it straight up, taking into consideration that this thing is in Binance. This thing is in Binance, so it has much more liquidity and has a very good chance of being pumped and dumped, right? All right, guys. So listen, I am going to leave it here for now, and you can go through my stream, see if it works, if this techniques work for you. So currently we're short. Again, this is a I'm building on a very short term short. So it's not a like a this is gonna be a major move. We're scalping here a short towards a potential higher low somewhere around here for Bitcoin. Around Monday's range, we're gonna reassess what happens around the 104. Breaking here would be positive for us. But then if we start bouncing up aggressively, I'm gonna just cut my shorts and start looking for longs. But essentially, the idea is that we wouldn't want to buy here after a $6,000 candle on the day, right? You can see this, like this is a huge candle to the upside. You see, it's even has massive displacement. So even going to mitigate this would give us a move down to 102, and it might not do it, but that's our bet right now. Okay, so we're starting to break down ETH BTC. That's good. Let's see if we hold, and this is not just another John Wick candle. What we want to see is that this holds below this support level. You see down here. We're gonna see also a bit of a correction in the downtrend and BTC dominance heading back up. Things are looking good. Let's see how our shorts are doing. Almost, yeah, almost 0.1% up. We'll see. We shall see. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave it here. I'll update you when something major changes. Yeah, we see it moves not really wanting to break down. So I keep a tight lock in this move. But if we are going down, this might work. You see? Let's see. Let's see what we're doing here. 5 minutes. Yeah. So now we have one candidate for support. Will we find it? Let's see. BTC. So you see it's broken down here. Close the candle. Now we're gonna see if it keeps moving down. I'll be betting on Bitcoin dominance reclaiming this range. Ah, this is a doji. You see, this candle's named doji because it's undecided. So this might be a sign that that's it. This is going to be the range, and now we're going to head back up. Might be, guys. It may happen. You see, this is already iffy. We'll see, guys. Hmm. All right, guys. I'll keep you posted, and I think what I'll do is, if this does play out, which I'm not sure, there's a high likelihood that the New York session will go back into the Monday range and do some kind of higher low over here and head back up again towards the 109, 108 level, which will be a much more significant resistance. Right now, we're just playing a very short term retracement. So what I'll do is I'll update you guys back when New York session starts, which is in about 5 hours. And yeah, let's see where we stand. Right now, we're good. We're in a funded account, but again, we're down a bit for because yesterday I explained you. We went over my my mistakes of yesterday and my good trades. So yeah, hope you're learning with me, guys, and hope this is very useful for you. Let's see if we get a breakdown now. You see, this is trying to break out from this thing here, but this should now act as new resistance. Hopefully, if not, we're doomed. If it just keeps going up, we're doomed. We'll see. See what BTC is doing. You see, it's like trying to recover, but like it's not so much steam, guys. After a 6% move to the upside, I bet we probably drop a bit from here for a quick scalp. That is that is the risk to reward that we're playing. You see, BTC, if to BTC is just breaking down now, so that'd be good to see alts dump harder than Bitcoin for at least the next couple of hours. and we'll check back in on new session to see if that was it and we want to now head back up, or that was a move and now we're gonna head back down. So we shall see. All right, keep you posted, guys. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye bye.